Right, just 1 second please while I organize all my bits and bobs. It's because I'm streaming onto 3 different platforms. They all don't come online at the same time, and until I can check who's where and what's going on, I have to just wait. We're going to do some meditation. That's coming. And 1 sec. Okay. Right, I think everybody is connected and on board and it's all lovely. So, how are you? Are you well? Are you good? Everything all right? It's all right if it's not, but I hope it is. Now, we're going to do a bit of meditation. It's not a class, it's just a chance to meditate together. I meditate throughout the day. Normally, today, because I was working one-to-one with people, I pretty much spent the whole day meditating. So, if you are familiar with meditation, that's brilliant. If you could just hang on for a minute while I explain what I do, just for the benefit of people who are new to meditation. Because meditation is one of those funny things that there's a lot written about it, a lot of books, people talk about it, and yet people still kind of say to me, what do you actually do? So, there's lots of different styles of meditation. This is just what I do. And for me, it starts with why I would meditate. Because I am trying to connect with a part of me that is that I connect to every night. Just don't do it consciously. It's when I go asleep. It's after I go asleep. I'm looking at myself here and I'm off center. It's when I go asleep. It's the bit after dreaming. So I go through dreaming, then I finish dreaming, and I drop out the bottom into deep dreamless sleep, where I've got no thoughts, no memory. I've got no body, no country. I sort of cease to exist, certainly in the way that I normally know that I'm there. I'm just not there anymore. So it's a bit like death, which sounds terrible. But yet, I love going asleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. So some part of me knows that that place is good. And that's the place I want to connect to when I'm meditating. I just want to do it consciously. And that's the place that gets all the publicity. You know, it's like when you read about meditation or you watch videos or whatever, or people talk about the benefits of it, they're talking about peacefulness, calm, mindfulness, stillness. So it's all lovely. As I said, no thoughts there, no memory, so my mind can't seem to get there. Not consciously anyway. Not in the way that I normally experience things consciously. So to meditate, I have to make a little arrangement with my mind. I say, hey, I'm going to do some meditation. Could you just stop thinking for the next 15 minutes? And my mind at this stage doesn't put up any resistance to that. It did at the beginning, but not anymore. And it's, yeah, great, okay, you want to do a bit of meditation. I love the idea of meditation. I've got many thoughts about meditation, lots of concepts about meditation, lots of ideas about meditation. I love the idea of being a meditator. So yeah, fine, let's do that. And then to stop thinking, that's easy enough, because thinking, regardless of the contents of the thought itself is just pictures and sound. So if I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, well then that's it, I'm not thinking. So that's good. And once I do that, then I'm into the practice of meditation, which runs parallel with the intention of meditation. So the intention of meditation is to go to this peaceful, still, possibly eternal place. And then the practice of meditation pretty much goes, I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. A little bit of time passes, I discover that I'm thinking again. So I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, I stop thinking. A little bit of time passes and I discover I'm thinking again. So I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. A little bit of time passes, and so on. So the practice of meditation is repeatedly bringing my mind back to not thinking. And the practice of meditation doesn't get a huge amount of publicity. So it inculcates this idea in people that they should be completely still for 15 minutes straight. They should completely have no ripples on the surface of their mind. It should be peaceful, zen-like, all that sort of stuff. Which isn't my experience at all. And people say things to me like, "Oh no, I tried meditation, not really my thing. I found I was thinking too much. I think I've got a very busy mind. It just doesn't suit me." Which is a shame, because I think it's just not known about the practice of meditation, how it goes together with the intention of meditation. These two go together. So in the next 15 minutes, if you find that you're thinking a lot, that's fine. You're doing grand. The power in meditation actually comes from bringing your mind back. Because if you discover that you're thinking and you go, "Oh, I'm thinking," and I turn off the pictures and turn off the sound, what you're indirectly just demonstrating to yourself is that you are not your thoughts, that you're something else. And that's pretty profound, particularly if you do it repeatedly. Like if you do it 100 times in 15 minutes or 200 times in 15 minutes, that's a lot. Because we're very identified with our minds and our thoughts, and we think that's it. I am my mind, I am my thoughts. But if you keep going, if you keep just disconnecting from that, then you discover other things about yourself. So while all that is going on, I'm also letting go of tension in my body. And when I close my eyes, it's a bit too vague and soupy in there to not have a system. So I just scan my body from my head down to my feet and back up again, very slowly, very gently. And anywhere I find tension, I let it go. And I use my out breath to let it go, because it's natural. It just feels like, a natural way of letting go the tension. But it's also a good way to remember to breathe, or to bring my awareness into my breathing a little bit more, because it's easy to hold your breath in meditation or to stop breathing altogether. So using the out breath to let the tension go is helpful. While I'm scanning my body, I'm also checking particularly any areas that go across my body. Most of my body runs longitudinally from my head to my feet, but anywhere that goes transverse or across my body, it's a little bit like a log crossing a stream, lying in a stream. It just has a tendency to accumulate all the debris, the leaves and the twigs, except in my body, it's a tension. It has a tendency to accumulate more tension than the longitudinal areas. So I'm checking my eyes, my mouth, my jaw, my tongue, the base of my neck, my shoulder girdle, all my joints, my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, my fingers, hands, my heart area, my respiratory diaphragm, all my intestines, my pelvic floor, my hips, my knees, my ankles, and my feet. If you're just starting out with meditation, a nice quiet room, very helpful, where you're not going to be disturbed. You need the quiet, because one of the things that triggers thoughts is little sounds, because as soon as you close your eyes, your other senses will amplify and you'll hear things that you wouldn't have thought you wouldn't have noticed before. And also your mind will be ranging for something to think about, because even though your mind is very keen to do the meditation and it likes the idea of it, it's also completely in the habit of thinking, okay? And it thinks that thinking is really important. So even though it's going, yes, okay, I'm not going to think, it will still be ranging for things to think about. So a nice quiet room is really helpful for that. And I encourage you to sit up when you're meditating. Don't lie down. If you lie down, you'll either fall asleep, because your body will just go, "Oh, I'm lying down, I've got my eyes closed, it must be time for sleep." So you'll either fall asleep, not that there's anything wrong with going to sleep, but the idea is to go into this beautiful, mysterious place consciously, not unconsciously. And if you don't fall asleep, you'll battle sleep, which is almost as distracting as having a radio on outside the room. So yeah, sit up. You don't have to sit in any special position, unless you are good at the lotus position. I just sit in a chair. Not too comfortable chair, not a kind of chair that will encourage you to fall asleep. If you only have a really comfortable chair, then sit on the edge of it. You're not trying to help yourself, I set a timer for how long I'm going to sleep for, how long I'm going to meditate for, and I do that to help my mind. It's just one less thing to think about. If I don't set a timer, I will be thinking about the time. So yeah, I'm going to set mine for 15 minutes, but I encourage you to set yours for shorter if you're new, like 5 minutes, and then repeat that 3 times, because 15 minutes is a long time if you are not used to it. And around the 7-minute mark, even with the timer, your mind will kick in and go, I don't think I turned the timer on, or the timer is broken, or anything else like that. Okay, so if there are no questions, nope, off we go into the mystery. if you feel like you went very deeply into yourself and you feel like you need to come back from that, then take a minute before you open your eyes. Or if you feel like you can hold the outer space and the inner space at the same time, then just great, just open your eyes. Okay, thanks very much for meditating with me. See you tomorrow for some more meditation. Bye.